I'm all Andy Peters. There we go. Hello, if you're just joining us for the Google Hangout about bullet journals, the beginning. Today I've got with me 3 other newbies for using bullet journals. I will let them introduce themselves. So first of all, we've got Elizabeth, or Lizzy. Do you want to just say hello to everyone?
Hello, everybody.
Then we've got Kat. Say hi, Kat.
Hi.
Hi. And then we've got Sally. Oh, who has just disappeared. I hope she can come back. And then we've got me again. So, first of all, I hope you're all bullet journaling already, or at least if you're not, you're watching this hangout so that you're actually going to give it a go. All you need is a blank notebook and a pen, and that's it. I'd advise you first of all to go and have a look at Ryder Carroll's website, which is bulletjournal.com. He has this amazing concept of how to use an analog system or handwriting in a digital world, and it works perfectly. However, some of us have used different types of notebooks, different types of systems. We've adapted his system so it works for us, and that's just what we're going to discuss today. Nothing is set in stone, so my first question to the group, and as I say, I hope Sally joins us again in a minute, I'm sure she will, is what type of notebook are you using for your bullet journaling? I'll start with Lizzy. So, Lizzy, do you just want to go ahead and tell us all about your notebook?
My main priorities were I wanted it to be quite a big one, and I like rounded corners and soft covers, and I like cheap. And I hit a stationery shop in town, and it's a Clairefontaine notebook, and it was £2.50. It's got soft covers and lined paper, and that's essentially all I was after. I wanted squares because the one in the video had squares, and I'm a bit of a purist. But I consoled myself with the fact that this was £2.50, and I could also buy ice cream. And I like bigger sizes rather than a small little fiddly thing. Because it means it's the right size for my handbag, but I can fit plenty of information in it, and it's clear and easy to see. So that's sort of the key points for me.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Lizzy. Kat, do you want to tell us what sort of notebook you're using?
Well, I just found a little journal, and it's the one with the straps. And of course, I do my strap up wrong, but you know, I do that so I can keep my pens in it. And then it's just lined, and it was, I think, a $5. So it was just cheap and easy to get.
That's fine.
I didn't put much thought into it. I just bought the first journal I saw.
Cool, excellent. And for me, I was using an Evernote Moleskine, which has now got the baggy elastic, as I showed in one of my other videos, which is the same as Kat's, because I also close it like that, so we have a little pen loop. However, if anybody's watched my YouTube video from yesterday, I've actually now incorporated, it's like the Paul Daniels show, isn't it, my bullet journal into my file of facts, and you can see that in full over on my YouTube channel, but I will go into it a little bit more. This is working really well for me because I need to forward plan as well as have a to-do list, so this never leaves my side. This is the first thing I'd grab if my house was on fire. So I'm using regular file of facts pages. I don't really washi tape them for my bullet journal, but I just write them. I may draw a margin so that I've got them, but it's just regular lined paper. I'm afraid Sally's not come back to us yet, so I hope she can join us in a few minutes. I'm not sure what type of notebook she's using, but I will ask her when she comes back. So next question really is all about your key and your index. Ryder suggests that you have a personalised index. I think he only uses about 3 notations to distinguish between different types of notes on his lists. However, I've extended mine because I have a really busy to-do list, and I have, I'm going to show you there, my key, which has I've got tasks completed, notes, events, something important, money in and out, stuff that I'm thinking about, food and diet, location, which may be somewhere I've been or somewhere I'm going, stuff that I'm blogging about, things that I love that I want to keep a note of that I might want to remember in the future, and notes that I've moved to another day or another time. So that, for me, is the key. As I say, Riders is about that big. It's only about 3 notations long. So, Lizzy, what's working for you with your key to start off with?
I started off, I got colourful stickers and did little dots in different colours, and then very quickly got fed up with it because it meant lots of going backwards and forwards, and I've gone the opposite way to you, and I've shrunk it right down, and I just now have boxes that I tick when I've finished something, and then I do an arrow to boxes underneath if there's associated things. B is blog, N is note, and that's literally all I have now. I've shrunk it right down to just 3 things because I found it easier to just keep it very, very simple. And then I go to the back page to just scroll notes whilst I'm out and about if I need to just take notes rather than sort of having it as part of the journal. I couldn't keep up with all the sort of things I put in place even for myself to follow all the different steps.
Right, we'll come back to that in a minute because I've got a question about how you've adapted the system to work for yourself. So that's a really interesting point to make, actually. And as I said, with the system that Ryder has created, it is really adaptable. So yeah, we'll definitely come back to that in a minute. Kat, what about you and your key to start off with?
All right, so I have my tasks as a square, events as a triangle. I have my exclamation points for important. I have a $sign because I'm American, so for my money. I have the dot for the notes, question mark for questions or ideas that I just have. The migrate. I have a star for anything that's kid related, so events that kids might have, and then a little. I kind of made like a computer for any blog ideas. So that's how I'm running my key right now.
Excellent. Thank you, Kat. So just then moving on to your index. Again, for those who don't know about bullet journaling, Ryder suggests that you make your key and then you number your pages right through your notebook or whatever system you're using. And the idea of having an index is that you have this as your front page, or the second and third page as a spread right across the front of your notebook. And you log every single page that has something on it. So your May to-do lists may be numbered page 9 to 18, and an interview meeting that you went to might be page 25, and you just keep a log of everything. So if you ever need to refer back to anything, you've got a quick and easy index there. So maybe in different, as again, it's in my file effects, I've got my index like this, and it's quite short because I've only been bullet journaling since the beginning of May. So I've got, as I said in my other video, I actually explained how I use this different, and I'll talk about that in the adaptations part in a minute. But my index is really just lists of things that I've made. So I've got things like quiz questions that I'm doing, some creative events that I'm involved with, meal planning ideas, some exercise routines that I'm into. So I can actually just flick straight to those pages if I need to. And those collections are here on lists like this. I'll not let you read through everything because it's really boring. So you can see each page, and each page has a number. Find one that you can see. Sorry about this. So that's my meal plan, and it's got a page number at the bottom. And I know that I can just flick to any page if I go straight back to my index. So back to Lizzy again. Do you want to let us know how your index is working for you?
I've got this as my index page at the minute, and as you can see, I've almost reached the bottom of the page. So I'm going to have to create another index further back. And just as an example of why I've ended up doing that so much, this is just one day's to-do list. I won't make you read all of it, but that's just a simple, straightforward day of just these are the things I have to do. Fills an entire page on its own, and then I've got sort of pages and pages and pages and pages of these are the things that are associated projects. So I've got 4 different websites that I'm managing at the moment, and I've got 6 copywriting clients that I'm managing at the moment, and they've each got a couple of pages. And then I've sort of tied them together in the index with pages this and this are for this person. And I've run to the bottom of an index, so I'm going to have to go and do another index further down and put at the bottom of my index next index. So only having one page at the front as an index isn't working for me. So in my next one, I'm going to sort of leave a few pages to have a sort of section for index rather than just one sheet at the front. But so far for me, that's the only thing really that I'm going to have to adapt in my next one, apart from shrinking it down.
That's a bit of a problem that I found actually, is that because it's not digital, you can't just drop something in. You really do have to plan in advance. And maybe this is why I wanted to do this as a beginner's bullet journaling hangout, is because we're already finding out what does and what doesn't work. And whilst it's nice to be able to delve in and sort of like get really to grips with what the system is about, I know that would really, really put some people off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, as another example, before, this is my previous system. I had work on the computer. I had one notebook for one thing, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a diary, and a file of facts, and things on my phone, and things on my computer. And it was sort of here and there and everywhere. And now this has made everything easier because everything is in one notebook. Because of the index, I can flick to the right clients and to the right websites and have the bits of information that I need and what I need to be doing all in one place. So it has made everything much, much easier, and the system is better. But because I'm managing so many different things at once, it's not quite there yet. I do need to work a bit more on changing the index system for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Kat, what about your index?
Well, because I just started bullet journaling a little over a week and a half ago, my index is quite short. But it's helped me, like even tonight, I can just flip to the next page, put Girl Scout meeting notes, take my notes, index it, I know where it is. And also we're planning a trip to Wales, so I've had an index or a page for just all of our notes to Wales, things I want to do, just it's just so much easier to keep track of that. The index works for me. I mean, now that I'm listening to you, I wish I had made an index page and left the next page blank to further index just in case. But yeah, I'll get to that whenever the time comes. I mean, if nothing else, what I figured I could do is I have a grocery list and / meal plan that I've kind of lined over, and I figure I can maybe do that for the index if it gets too crazy, but try to avoid that if I can.
Yeah. Brilliant. Right, so we're all doing sort of the same thing, but we're making it work for ourselves, and we're finding out that we do need to make adaptations to the system. So my next question, or the next theme really, is what sorts of adaptations have you made to... God, my phone's going off now. What adaptations have you made to the system? So as I've just banged on about for around the last 20 minutes or so, mine's all in my file of facts now. Just to go through it, at the beginning of the file of facts, I say this is in full on my YouTube channel. At the beginning of the file of facts is all my diary that I need day to day, or I need to do for forward planning. At the back here is sort of everything that's personal, phone numbers and bits and pieces. So what I do now is I've got 3 sections in my file of facts. This is the current month. So I've got my June spread on one page, and then I've got my June daily to-dos, which go right through each page. And then I've got some meeting notes at the back. And then the next section is future planning. So I actually have put a page in here for each month leading right up to the end of the year. And if there's anything I need to think about for each of those months, I'm going to jot it on that page. And then I've got past, wherever that is, which is here. So I've transferred my main section over to this part. And when I finish with June, I'll drop that into the back there. So I've then got May and June, and I'll move July forward into the present section. It's easy for me to do it like this because ring binders or ringed planners make it easy for you to move your pages about. And that, going back to what Lizzy said before, was the best thing for me, because if I need another index page in there, I'll just drop it into the ringed binder. I don't have to think about starting another page further on or whatever. All my collections are in one place, or all my meeting notes are in another place as well. and I'll just keep moving the months backwards and forwards because I'm only using about 4 pages per month, and then maybe I'll remove those when I get to 3 months down the line or something, so that the Filofax doesn't get too thick and too heavy. I mean, weirdly, somebody asked me, they said it looks a little bit bulky, which it does, and I'm sure you can see that there. So I weighed it. It's 500 grams, which I don't think is too bad. I was carrying a Filofax, a notebook, a work diary, and something else in my bag, and I've actually got it all in here now. So I'm okay with that. That's what works for me. Lizzy, do you want to expand on what you were saying about adaptations of before?
Yeah, I think having it in the Filofax, I think, is something that would work for me as a sort of future adaptation for that reason, because you can shift the current to the front, and then the index page isn't going to run out because you can just have a monthly index page. Another thing I'm going to start skipping from now on is the sort of month to view, where you put all the dates and days and plan out your month. Because I don't use that calendar part of it at all. It's sort of an unnecessary addition for me. I wouldn't add in too many other extra keys or track money or anything in it, because again, to me, that's a separate function that I'm not particularly getting any benefit from for it. I think what I might do is, rather than having one index for everything, is split the index into indexes, if that makes sense, and just have topics in one index and then split those topics out into expanded indexes further down. I'm going to have to buy another Filofax, which is a terrible, terrible hardship, I'm sure you'll understand, because mine is too little to do it, because it's just a little baby pocket one. And it is a thing of beauty and a wonder to behold, but it's not a bullet journal kind of Filofax, because it's too little to have that many notes going on, which is why I wanted the bigger book to do my...
I will just say, every new project needs a new Filofax.
Well, it does, and I deserve it, because I'm a nice person and they're pretty. Yeah, I think they should sponsor us, actually.
Not a bad idea. So, is there anything else that you're doing differently, or is that just about it? Just thinking about how you do it.
That's pretty much it. I haven't done any of the decorating or washi taping or colouring in or sort of prettifying that everybody else is doing, because I'm too busy writing lists and crossing things off. And there have been days when I put things on, like have breakfast, so that I've got something to cross off so that I can start the day well. But other than that, no, I've really sort of stripped it down to just very bare basics. And it's quite a minimalist version of the bullet journal that I saw in the video, but for me that works really well.
Yeah, brilliant. Kat, I know you just said you've only been doing it a week and a half, but even now, is there any adaptations that you've made?
I think I have, like, the events page that you have in your bullet journal. I almost think, because you have the monthly spread that Lizzy said she would eliminate, I would eliminate the events page and just stick it all on my monthly calendar, because I find it superfluous to have it, personally. So
right.
That's just, but that's the only major adaptation I think I would make so far that I've seen.
Right. No, fine. The only other thing I was going to ask, I mean, Lizzy again has just touched on it. It's like she can read my mind. It's sort of like the decorating thing. I'll just show you the beginnings of my old bullet journal. I was washi taping everything. So I had washi tape there, I had washi tape there, I had a washi tape at the back, because I was actually doing something similar to Lizzy, and I had my index at the back to start off with, because then I could just flick through all the pages and do it backwards. And I also had meeting notes at the back of the book and everything like that, blog ideas, things like that. And like I say, the only reason I actually gave this up is because I was carrying too many things around with me, and I found a way to incorporate it all. So the merger has worked for me, and because it's in here...
Nikki, you're kind of like a Filofax
addict.
Guru. You know how to merge the Filofax with just about anything.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's more the fact that I've probably never let go of it since the 80s, so it's like, it's my third arm. literally have to cut it away from me if anything ever happened. I don't know. And you see, they always say, so whatever's in fashion, it will go out of fashion. It will come back round again in 20 years' time. Da-da! You know what I mean? So anything you've got, hang on to it for 20, 30 years, and it will be back in fashion again. Trust me on that one. It's always happened. And it's the same with, I'm going really off topic now, I'll just waffle on for ages. It's the same with music. We get our influence from our parents' music and stuff like that. So that's your 25-year circle again. Anyway, that's a whole other topic, so I won't actually go into that. But yeah, so just to finish, I'm banging on the table now, just to finish, before everybody gets really bored of what I'm saying and everything, are you going to carry on bullet journaling, is my question. Has it helped you conclude your day's tasks and move forward with everything? Or has it helped you, helping you organise? Oh, Sally's back. Hello, I'll come to you in a minute, Sally. Stay there, don't move. Or has it helped you organise your tasks, and has it helped you complete them? I'll start with you again, Lizzy.
It has completely changed my life. I'm not exaggerating. It really genuinely has, because I'm not forgetting things or losing things or half remembering that there was something I was supposed to do but not being able to find the scrap of paper I scrolled it on. All the information I need is in the same place, and taking it everywhere. It's like the most precious book I've ever owned. My child draws in it every single day, and it drives me bananas. But every day he adds something to my to-do list now, which means that I'm educating him well, but still.
Can I ask you then, as a business owner or somebody who works for themselves, is it helping incorporating it all into your person? Are you still finding that you have to separate business and person? Because I'm writing in 2 colours at the moment. So even though
I do everything in one colour, because I'm sticking with the sort of minimalist version, but everything's got its own section and pages. But being able to manage all of the projects that I'm working on at once in the same book, and it helps me sort of juggle and time manage things better than I was previously. I'm actually going to bed at the same time as my husband for the first time in about 2 years, because I'm not suddenly remembering at 11 o'clock at night that there's 3 blog posts I need to schedule and some Pinterest I need to get on with. I'm not sort of forgetting halfway through the day and drifting off and doing something else, or thinking I've finished and then suddenly remembering later. Everything's in the same place, so it genuinely has helped me to keep on top of everything, more than I thought it would. I just thought it was a pretty notebook excuse, but genuinely has made a difference.
Excellent. And Kat, what about you?
Well, I read a blog post yesterday, and I seriously have said bullet journaling has pretty much saved my summer, because I'm American. We are stationed in England, but my children go to school in American schools, and they get off. My kids' school year ended last Thursday, so I have 2 months of nothing except for Girl Scouts, events, vacations, planning, and you never know what you're going to get into. So having the bullet journal to put everything down and ideas, and if you see something, you can put it in there. Bullet journals have saved my summer, because I was afraid.
That's the headline, isn't it? That is what you'd see in the newspaper. Bullet journaling saved my summer. I'm going with that one. Don't say any more, Kat.
I was worried that I was really worried that I was going to end up huddled in my corner of my kitchen, grasping a 5th of vodka.
Just like any other summer, then, really.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was just, I was dreading the summer because I was like so unorganized. And then I saw Nikki tweet something about bullet journaling. I was like, what's that? Click. Saw the video. And I was like, I could do that.
Sucked you in.
So easy.
I have a knack of that somehow. Right, I'm just going to whiz over to Sally while she's here and before she disappears completely on us again. Sally, I'll just whiz through quickly the questions that I was asking everybody. Can you just tell us what type of notebook you've been using?
Well, I've previously journaling, I was using the Filofax Flex notebooks and diary all in one package, and I've really been struggling with how to get on with it really, but actually I now know how to do it, and it generally works brilliantly with it.
Right, I'm just having a little bit of trouble with your sound again, Sally. I'm really sorry. What I'm going to ask you to do.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what to suggest. What I'll do is I'll include you on the next hangout, and we'll sort something out. Is that all right?
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. But I just really wanted to wrap it up because I didn't really want this to go on any longer than half an hour, because I know half an hour is a huge amount of time from anybody's life these days.
And the England game's on.
I can waffle on for hours. I'll sit here all night, me. I've got a glass of wine there. You know what I mean? But I just hope that for everybody watching, knowing that we've just started with the bullet journaling in the last, I mean, mine's 6 or 7 weeks, and as you know, Kat's only started like a week and a half ago. It's really easily adaptable. Don't stick with exactly what is said on the bulletjournal.com website. Make it your own. It's as simple as that. Ryder has got this amazing idea, but again, it's all about doing what works for you. And I don't believe that you know, in a personal ethos of mine is use it as inspiration for something else, build on it and be creative with it. I just think that's going to be the best way to move forward with bullet journaling. If anybody watching has got any ideas, I'm sorry we didn't get around to asking or answering any questions. It's just been a little bit busy tonight. I know I had a question and answer thing on the page, but what I'll do is I'll have a look at that and I'll go through and answer. Well, we'll all go and have a quick look and see if we can answer or respond to any of the questions. And if anybody's interested in joining another hangout, I'm happy to host another one. I don't mind whatsoever. So I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who's joined me tonight. To Lizzy. So just say bye-bye, Lizzy.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
It's going to be like play. Was it? It was Play School or the Walton? We'll do the Waltons for cats. Good night, cats.
Night.
And thanks to Sally for dropping in and out with us. Sorry that we couldn't hear you, but we'll sort that out for next time, definitely.
No worries.
Just thank you to everybody else out there if you've managed to watch, or if you're going to watch this and you're watching this at a later date. Let me know how, let me know what you thought. If we waffled on too much, if you'd like a shorter hangout, if you'd like a longer hangout, if you'd like a different subject completely, let me know. I'm happy to host them. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.